Hello guys, welcome to this year's UTRB 2019 100 kilometer race. I'm going to spend the next few minutes talking to you about the briefing for this race and the most important part, which is the safety brief. So this year's race is a 100 kilometer race with a total running time of 30 hours. We've got 3 intermediate cutoff times. The first one is at the 7 Cascade Lodge at 18:30 on Saturday. The second one is at the Piton Savane checkpoint at 21:30 on Saturday. And the third one is at the Andrea Lodges at 0300 on Sunday morning. You will not be allowed to continue race if you pass that cutoff time. The following lists are mandatory gears that you guys will need to carry on you. You will need 1 headlamp and spare batteries or accumulators, 1 survival blanket, a rain jacket that can also be used as a windbreaker, a second skin garment such as long sleeve t-shirt or sweater, 1 fully charged mobile phone with a SIM card that can be used for local and international calls, 1 charged mobile phone that can be used to receive local and international calls. You will use this mobile phone to call the emergency number should the need arise. Make sure that you've got a fully charged battery or a power bank that you carry with you to make sure that that phone is always charged. You will need a water supply of at least 1 liter, energy bars and gels, 1 whistle, it's extremely important, and your race bib that will be given in your race pack. You will see that on your race bib at the bottom, you will have the emergency number, which is the 57 57 57 00. On your race bib, you will also have the electronic chip that will be used for the start and the end of the race. Your race bib should always be worn in front of you. Please do not wear it at the back, or the race marshals might not see it and not check you in at the different checkpoints along the route. Refreshment points and water supplies. There are 12 refreshment points along the 100 kilometer race, and there are 3 types of refreshment points that you can see in your race pack. The first one is what we call the marathon race points that will comprise of water, Coke, and cereal bars. The second types of refreshment points is water points that only carries water. And the third one are complete refreshment points where you get soup, chicken, pasta, pancakes and fruits. And at the last checkpoint, if you're coming in quite late, there is even a barbecue for you guys. If you need more information on the checkpoints, you can visit the UTRB 2019 website or search for UTRB 2019 on Facebook, and all the details are there. You will have 3 resting points along the route. The first one is at the 7 Cascade Lodges at kilometer 44. The second one will be at the bottom of Rochester Falls at kilometer 70. And the third one will be at Andrea Lodges at kilometer 77. Drop bags. There is a drop bag service on the race that will be deposited for you at kilometer 44, 7 Cascade Lodges. In your race pack, you've got 1 such bags. Make sure that you personally drop that bag at the start of the race at the Paradis Hotel, and we will transfer these bags for you at P44, so at 44 kilometers at the 7 Cascade Lodges. Make sure that on your drop bag, it is clearly marked your bib number. I say again, make sure that you've written clearly your bib number on your drop bag. Checkpoints. The race marshal will be taking your time at most of the refreshment points along the way. There will also be a few random time checks along the way. Make sure that your bib number is on your front and that the race marshal has properly recorded your number before you continue your race. Failure to have your bib number recorded at the checkpoint might lead to your disqualification from the race. Medical safety. Your safety is our top priority during this race. We have a team of more than 30 trained personnel all along the route, from mountaintops to the checkpoints, from doctors to paramedics to rescue workers. The emergency number is printed on your bib, and we've got a dedicated directs team at the arrival line that will be monitoring runners throughout the race. In case of emergency, please dial the number on your bib. That number is 57 57 57 00. A second number not printed on your bib is also available, and that number is 54996607. Make sure you have registered both numbers on your phone. In case you need any assistance, you can call the emergency number on your bib. Our personnel at the end of the line will be requiring 5 very distinct information from you. They're going to ask you for your bib number. Second, the bib number of the person who's injured or who needs assistance. The third, which is the most important information for us, is your localization. You can help us locate you in the following ways. Number 1, if you've got a GPS marker or a Garmin or any other tracking watch, tell us what is your status, the number of kilometers you've run, and from there we'll be able to trace you. Number 2, you can tell us which is the last refreshment point you've crossed. 3, if you have a smartphone with you, which would be a smart choice, register the emergency number on your WhatsApp contact, and you can send us a WhatsApp location. This is by far the best way we can locate you. Once you have been located, the dispatcher will decide which is the closest team to you and will send this team on you, depending on the level of emergency. The race being 90% on single trail on mountain ridges, chances are the dispatchers may take anywhere between half an hour to 1.5 hours to reach you. Please sit tight and wait for us. Runners are not allowed to have non-participating people accompanying them. Should you decide to have a support team, there are 2 places where your support team can help you. The first one is at point 44, kilometer 44, which is the 7 Cascade Lodges refreshment point. And the second one is at kilometer 77, which is the Andrea Lodges. Quitting the race. If at any time during the race you want to quit, there are 2 ways you can do this. If it's in between any refreshment point, you can call on the emergency number and notify us immediately. You will then have to trace your step back to the last refreshment point that you visited, or walk or run to the next refreshment point. If you quit at a refreshment point, please notify the race marshal. They will immediately remove the chip from your bib and notify us. It is important that you notify us that you have quit the race, as we might be sending in a rescue team to search for you. Should you fail to do this, you might be charged with the full rescue costs. The shuttles run at a scheduled time, and the race marshal at the refreshment points will be able to give you an update on the schedule. Quitting the race. Should you decide that you can't continue the race and you want to quit, there are 2 ways you can do this. If you want to quit along the track, not at a refreshment point, you should immediately call the emergency number and notify us that you're quitting. You will then need to retrace your step either to the previous refreshment point or to the next one and notify the race marshal. Should you quit at a refreshment point, notify the race marshal and follow his prompts. There is a shuttle service that will take you from the refreshment point back to the arrival line at the Chandrani. Please note that you will only be dropped at the Chandrani Hotel should you decide to take the shuttle service. The shuttle service runs on a scheduled time. The race marshal at the refreshment point will be able to give you updated information about this. Alright, that's it from me. Looking forward to seeing you at the start of your race. Goodbye.